Ladies and gentlemen, just of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, Strong Style Cinema. Finally, we've gotten like a bevy of set photos, paparazzi type photos from afar, courtesy of Cleveland.com for the upcoming Superman Legacy. Let's geek about it for a scan few minutes because I've seen just varying reactions to what we've seen. Of course, we saw Superman's suit. We saw him with Mr. Terrific, which was digging Superman suit more than I see it. Definitely Mr. Terrific. I mean, how can you fuck that up? You really can't. I mean, Arrow got it right. And I was excited to kind of see what else we were going to get. People were kind of wondering if Nathan Fillion was going to indeed have the bowl cut and stuff. And he does. We got to see Hawkgirl. I was really wanting to see that. And I've seen some of the people complain about how they just look like cosplayers. Fillion, for especially, he just looks like a fat old dude in like cosplay. Another complaint I saw was like everybody rolling around in like leather jackets, which that criticism I can see. That I don't want, where everybody's just rolling around and it's like the CW superhero suit starter pack, or what we got with the Fox X-Men, where it was just leather all around. I mean, we've seen from the MCU, we've even seen some of the stuff from the DC EU, that they can do costumes correct. God, what I wouldn't do for a like a Deathstroke from what we saw. So one good thing Zack Snyder did, shit on him all the time. The one good thing he did was just what he was wanting to do with Deathstroke. And the guy that he cast, the costume they put together, just, oh my god. Hopefully James Gunn gets around to Deathstroke in the future and it's something cool. But like I said, they can do costumes that aren't just leather. So kind of interested to see kind of the other costumes that we'll get. Apparently some time ago, some eagle-eyed people on the socials spotted the Lord logo, as in Maxwell Lord, on the uniforms for Mr. Terrific and the others, and kind of speculated that perhaps it's a sort of a Justice League International bend where Maxwell Lord functions as, at the comics, and at one point he was press liaison, but maybe he's the one who founded the team, put them together. He's the corporate money backing the team, and perhaps at some point in time he'll tie into the overall plot, and some shenanigans on his part makes the team kick him out or ditch him or quit and be on their own, and thus they'll get rid of the logos. Mr. Terrific will get that logo off his suit because it's pretty much perfect, and then Hawkgirl and Guy will alter their uniforms to be a little bit different, a little less leathery, which is a complaint that people are having, and be a little bit more unique. But also, again, these are set photos. We don't know how exactly, especially Green Lantern and Hawkgirl having wings, how they're going to be digitally enhanced. So we're just seeing like the flat images of these folks. We're not seeing after all the work has been done in post and the bells and whistles have been added to them. So we've seen some set photos of the engineer, seen set photos of somebody that's looking a lot like, at least from the U on his chest, like Ultraman, who's of course an alternate Earth bad Superman. We've seen Frank Grillo's character, Rick Flag Sr. And we've seen Superman, he was getting arrested, apprehended by military forces or something. Again, these are just set photos from afar. We don't know what is going on in these photos. In the scenes, some people were saying, I've seen comments were like, oh, they need to keep this project under wraps and stop from all these leaks and stuff like that. Again, we're not seeing what's going on. We can kind of gather. I mean, some people had, there's one shot where Superman appears to be rescuing somebody. There's a shot where there are two prop guys that are holding on to this piece of something that he's presumably lifting up, and I don't know if they're holding it up for him to lift up or if they're pushing down on it so that way he can like kind of flex and grunt and get into it, pop the muscles and stuff, like he's really struggling to lift whatever this object is. We don't know. James Gunn has even gone on record saying that he wouldn't film, in response to that, wouldn't film sort of really all super important plot specific, climax revealing stuff out in the open like that. So I like to think that there's plenty that are going on behind closed doors on smaller, more locked down sets. That that's where the magic, the real cool stuff, is happening. Um, so I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, these are just shots from afar that we're seeing. Mainly for me, I just wanted to see the costumes, kind of how they looked, and maybe get a little tidbit here or there about possible story and kind of where it could go. Although I'm like, if it's again where Superman is getting, because we don't know exactly where this takes place. I mean, I think it's still early on when Superman's becoming Superman, the icon that he is. But are we going another route where Superman's going to be misunderstood by the government and the military, and they're going to want to apprehend him, and he's really could bust out of the handcuffs any point in time, but he's like, I'm going to go along with this to make people feel better, that sort of thing. Like, we don't need to retread that. So I'm really hoping that's, again, wild speculation. We have no idea what's going on with the story and stuff like that. We're just seeing photos from afar. But I'm really hoping that's not the route that they go. This person with the U, is it Ultraman? Is it a genetically modified soldier that has been created to take on Superman? That's going to somehow go out of whack, and they have to turn to Superman to stop him, or turn to the Justice League, because we don't know exactly how much the Justice League is going to be in this film. There's some set photos of Mr. Terrific riding on some sort of tech of his, I'm assuming. There's a shot of like Perry White and Lois getting out of a plane, I think, that some wreckage or something. So, like I said, there's lots going on. There's lots to speculate about. And for me, it was just cool kind of seeing some of the stuff that I was looking for. Again, looking forward to seeing Mr. Terrific. Looking forward to seeing Hawkgirl. Kind of wanted to see what Fillion was going to do as Green Lantern, as Guy Gardner. The rest of it, I mean, we'll just all find out together. I mean, we'll speculate as we've been doing ad nauseum, and that's just what we do. And we'll continue to do it until we get concrete details from like the first teaser or first trailer or first like official sort of like set like photos that they release that are like stills from like dailies or current edits or what have you. Some fire stills. I'm sure we'll get that at some point in time, but for the moment it's just a whole bunch of like hurry up and wait and speculate. But I mean, that's what we do. We got from now till like next year to do so. Remains to be seen how it all plays out. We'll find out together as we always do. You know? But anyway, those are my thoughts on it. Scattered as they often are. What do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Till next time. Of course, and always, let us geek.